are rolling. Let me check here. Check Facebook. Everything's good. Welcome to Golf Cart Garage, everybody. Garage is now open. This is Thursday. We are live. We are live on Facebook and YouTube right now as we speak. We already got people joining in the room. Thank you all for coming, by the way. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for keeping this going. Chevy Man, how's it going? Chevy Man, 𝗟𝗂𝘃𝗲, Kim Moeller. What's up, Kim Moeller? Lloyd Lou from California. Welcome, Lloyd. Kevin Fry, 72 and raining in Hershey, Pennsylvania. We have been getting some rain here finally. Kind of cooled things down because man, it was getting really hot. We were in the hundreds, low hundreds there for about a week, and finally got some rain that came in, kind of cooled things off. It's just going to make the grass grow like crazy. I'm going to have to probably going to have to mow soon. I think I've said this before. One of my other jobs is that I actually mow grass for a big ranch, and well, when we go get sunshine and hot temperatures, it takes off. Chevy Man, pretty good except hot as hell. Yep, it has been hot. Oh, you're in Florida. Yeah, you're probably hotter than we are. Central Arkansas, like I said, about last week we were right at 100 degrees for a few days in a row. 74 overcast in Indiana. That sounds nice right now, Larry. Rock Dog, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. Looking over here on Facebook and seeing what's happening. Everything's good. Let me run the social media links. You can follow us on Facebook and YouTube, obviously, but you can also follow us on these other social media platforms if you would like. We come here twice a week. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we talk about golf cart issues. I have some questions that Golf Cart Garage has collected over the week, and I'll go over some of those, and we'll talk to people in the live. Let's see, rain this morning in Athens, that's Georgia, getting sunny and hot now. Yeah, that's what it happens over here. After a rain, it's like I said last time, I think, it's like a sauna. You know, it gets even hotter. Kim is in Canada. It's hot there too, huh? Dang. 115 heat index in southeast Texas. Sheldon, that's was that San Angelo? Is that what you told me, Sheldon? I think I remember. Gene Hanson's on Facebook. Let's see what's going on. What's up, Gene? Thank you for stopping by. Looks like my Facebook is lagging slow for some reason. Santa Fe, okay, Santa Fe. Somebody said San Angelo, I can't remember. Santa Fe, I got you. Okay, so we are going to get started with the regular questions. Let me close that. Southern Indiana, 77 and overcast. Mike Irwin, what's up, Mike? Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's not too bad today. It's after last week. Today's not too bad. I'm not looking forward to getting on a mower though. That's for sure. Okay, let's get started with some regular questions here before we don't want to run long. I have a 90 club car. After running for 10 to 15 minutes, the forward and reverse switch gets hot and the cables hooked to it are hot for about a foot from the switch. Was wondering if the switch contacts or other components are causing resistance. Yes, that is 100% correct. The switch components, our contacts are causing a resistance, and it's running up that wire. But the hot point's probably at the connection point. I've talked about this before on those mechanical. 1990 is going to be a mechanical forward and reverse switch. Those contacts need to be solid, and over time, you have to understand what happens on those electrical systems. Every time you push on the accelerator pedal, all the amps in your golf cart wiring, all the amps, that's the important part, not volts, the amps, are going through that mechanical forward and reverse switch. And all they are little copper contacts that are touching each other. So if they're not solid, it's going to be a loose connection there, and it could cause heat, and that heat will travel up the wire, and it'll get too hot to the touch. So you're going to have to replace something. You're probably going to have to replace that whole assembly, that whole forward and reverse assembly. Wouldn't be unusual at all to have to replace a forward and reverse assembly on a 1990 club car. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It looks weird. On my end it does. Maybe it's fine, I don't know. Looks like it's lagging way behind. But my connection looks good, so everything looks good here. Okay. We'll go to number 2. This is from Dave. 96 EZGO, beeps and won't run. Loose connection caused the battery terminal to melt. I tried touching the cable to the melted battery terminal just to get it going a short distance and arced quite a bit. Now the cart won't move and I get a beep, beep, beep constantly. The melted battery terminal, I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, but a melted battery terminal is going to be caused by either a loose connection or a bad cable that was connected to it. That's the only way that heat can build up and get that hot on one single terminal to melt that lead. I mean, I've seen it happen a lot, and a lot of people don't want to admit that it could have been a loose connection. Well, it might not look loose, it might not feel loose, it may be the connector, like on the end of the wire, that was not making a good connection with the wire itself. But I can assure you that's what caused the battery terminal to melt. Now the arcing after the melting, that could have done some stuff to the controller. The arcing can blow up a controller, especially if it's a significant arc. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It's probably the solar flares with connections. Maybe so. I saw something about those solar flares that were going on the internet just yesterday. I was looking at that, but yeah, maybe so. Maybe it's these solar flares. Benchmark training. How's it going? Thank you for joining us. My 10-year-old and I are rebuilding a 2006 Club Car DS Electric. We got the lift kit, lithium batteries, and light kit working great. Then after a month, it started stalling while driving. Just installed a new solenoid, but still not working. 2006 Club Car Electric, okay. Is it an IQ system? In other words, in 2006, you could have 2 different types. Does it have a run tow switch? Would be my first question, just so I know what we were talking about. 𝗜H𝘁𝘁𝗿𝗂 from the Villages in Florida. How you doing, sir? And thank you for being here because, guess what, William? Your cart is featured today, so stick around. I decided I'm going to tell people whose cart's featured so they'll be sure and see it. I want you to be able to see it. So your cart's going to be featured today, William, so stick around. Thank you for sending me the pictures, by the way. Huh, my Facebook is still not working right. Let's see, Anita, wherein, let's see, I'm on number 3, that's where I'm at. I have a battery problem. Batteries are showing charged, but the cart will not go. I cleaned batteries in post and want to be sure I'm hooking the batteries up correctly. This is from Gerald F. Well, the way to do that, Gerald, you didn't tell me which cart you have, what make and model. So get your make and model correct and your year, and then a good way to find a wiring diagram. That's what you need, is a wiring diagram. There are lots of wiring diagrams on some of the golf cart forums. The 2 major golf cart forums that I deal with are 𝗏𝗏𝘃𝗃𝗃 and buggiesgonewild.com. 𝗏𝗏𝘃𝗃𝗃 and buggiesgonewild.com. That's the 2 that I've used for years, and there are lots of resources there. There's lots of wiring diagrams on those 2 sites, but you need to know your year and your make, in order to find them and look them up. But that would be what you would need for sure. Number 4. This is from Brandon. I have a 2019 Club Car Carryall Electric. I had an acceleration issue with the cart. When the pedal is fully depressed while driving, the cart will lose power, and you have to let it slow down, take foot off the pedal, and then depress, give pressure, and it'll do it again. This is a consistent issue, and now it really only drives at low speeds. I have replaced the speed sensor and the MCOR unit. What would you suggest I do to diagnose the correct issue? 2019, if it has a run toe switch, then it's going to be an IQ system, and you could get your fault codes read. Because if it's going all over the place like that, they could look at your MCOR and they could see if it's your MCOR, and I would want to know where you got that speed sensor and that MCOR from. Because I've said this before, I talk to people all the time. They get these brand new MCORs off of Amazon and eBay that are $25 or something ridiculously low priced, and some of them actually work for about 15, 20 minutes, and then, or, you know, for a short period of time. Some of them actually, some people have had good luck with them, but the majority of people that I talk to, because I'm on the fix-it end of the conversation, or help fix it, you know, I'm the mechanic guy, so the majority of people I talk to have had bad luck. So, Michael Reynolds, what's going on, Michael Reynolds? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon to you. Easy mic to you. Made it. Easy mic to you. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm going to get I think I'm going to increase the timer. You know, the little timer deal that y'all get the notification at the beginning? It's only like 2 minutes. So I think we're going to, I've spoke with Iman. He's the guy that helps me get everything set up every episode. Shout out to Iman, by the way. He's on vacation. I think I'm going to increase the timer to a 4-minute timer for now. That'd give people a little bit more time to get into the room. Mike Irwin, how's it going, Mike Irwin? I have a 92 marathon that I was given. I have power to solenoid, it clicks, but, okay, that's where it stops, Mike. So you have power to the solenoid, it clicks. So your solenoid clicks, all right, so that tells me a lot right there. It tells me your key switch is working. That tells me your accelerator pedal micro switch is working. It tells me you're getting full battery pack voltage to the activation coil of the solenoid. Now that's a lot just because the solenoid click. That's half of the electrical system. So the rest of the electrical system is either going to be, I can't push it. Could the brakes be locked up? Can't push it. Can't push it. It clicks, but I can't push it. Well, I guess it could. They could be, Mike. I've never seen that on a marathon, but something is locked up. You know, if you can't push it, you might have to try to take a brake hub off and see if that is actually the case. If you jack the rear end of the car up and you remove the wheel and you remove the nut that's holding on the brake hub, and that brake hub doesn't just slide off easy, then your brakes are locked up for some reason on the inside. That means they're pressing against the inside of that brake hub. Number 5. I have a Curtis DC motor controller, so that probably means I have a DC motor. Well, yes, that is what that means. What options do I have to add speed? The current top speed is standard, about 14 miles an hour. I just want to bump it to 25 tops. Nothing hell-raising, speed needed. Just want to keep up with the neighborhood speed limit of 25. The car's a 98 Club Car DS. Well, I always say when someone wants to do that, you should start with the foundation of your whole car, and that would be the controller. Replace the controller. Now, just that is not going to speed your car up, most likely. And if it does, it's just very little. But once you get the foundation, you get the controller right, the big controller, then you can come in with the motor and the heavy-duty solenoid. And that will get you to where you're trying to go to, you know, after that. But we sell combo kits at Golf Cart Garage that include the controller, motor, and the heavy-duty solenoid. And the description for the combo kits, if you'll look at them when you go to golfcartgarage.com and you look at motor combo kits, in the description for each one, it will tell you it's not going to be 100% accurate, but it will tell you the estimated percentage of torque increase and the estimated percentage of speed increase. So you'll have a better idea of what you should come out with once it's installed. Now, after that point, if you still don't have enough, you know your foundation is right, you got a little bit higher speed motor, you got a bigger controller, you got a nice solenoid in there, you got a big heavy duty solenoid. If you still don't have enough, but you know you have your foundation done, you can always go to a high speed gear set then at that point. Put a little bit higher speed gears. There's like 3 sets of gears for golf carts, or depending on what brand it is. But yeah, you can get a higher speed gear set, and that will definitely get you to where you need to go. Gary England, hi everyone. Hello, Gary. Thank you for being here. Okay, now my Facebook's working. I think it just caught up. It just now caught up with the live. Chris Benzer. What's going on, Chris, on Facebook? So I was on a few weeks ago, 03 Club Car, 48 volt. I replaced a lot of parts, controller, potentiometer, other things. Turns out it was the forward reverse switch. It's working now. Question is, this is fourth forward and reverse switch. What causes them to go bad? Okay, so I am assuming now that we're talking about a club car that does not have a run tow switch. Is that correct, Chris? If so, at the beginning, you might have to watch the beginning of this episode, because I answered a similar question. If you do not have a run tow switch, that means it is a mechanical forward and reverse switch. Every bit of your amps in that system goes through that switch. If you're having trouble with your forward and reverse switch and you're having to replace them, I would question where you're getting them from first. I mean, that would be my first question. And I'd quit getting them from there, because a good forward and reverse switch is designed to last for years, mechanical forward and reverse switch in an 03 club car. Your car is a series wound car if it's a mechanical forward and reverse switch. So you either get a heavy duty one. There are some that are going to say heavy duty and they're going to have thicker bus bars. Either switch to a heavy duty one, or see if you can get a brand new OEM forward and reverse switch. Because I guarantee you that the first forward and reverse switch that was in that car lasted way more than, longer than what you're saying there. Either get an OEM forward and reverse switch or one that says heavy duty. Now, I can tell you what a lot of people have done in the past. They make their own. They take their OEM switch out and they actually replace the copper bus bars that are in there with thicker bus bars. It just depends on how intricate or how deep you want to dive into this project. But you can do that. I've done that before myself. Taking an Ezgo forward and reverse switch, taking it apart, looked at the bus bars and got thicker bus bars the same size, cut them to length and drilled holes through them and mounted them in the forward and reverse switch, and now I had a heavy duty forward and reverse switch. You can do it that way too. If you have a source for a copper bus bar, Let's see, where was I at over here? I was on benchmark training 10-year-old. Got the lithium batteries light kit. After about a month, it started stalling while driving. Just installed new solenoid, but still not working. What do you mean there, benchmark training? It started stalling while driving. Lift kit, lithium batteries, and light kit working great. Could be, well, we know it's not your batteries going dead unless, I've talked about this before. There's a couple of things that can happen when you switch to lithium. I'm hearing this from some customers I talk to. If you go with the smallest lithium pack, that is really just designed for stock golf cars. If the lithium pack is too small, or as far as amp hour goes, and you put taller tires in a lift kit on your car's going to put a big strain on that lithium pack. But there's a BMS in charge of that battery. The lithium are very, very sensitive to, the BMS is very strict on voltage drop. If it senses too much of a voltage drop, it will shut you down. It'll shut you down, and then you'll have to reset it. I'm finding that, I've heard that complaint from some customers. So that's why a lot of lithium companies are saying if you want to, if your car is lifted, or if your car has a big controller, has over a certain amount of amps, they would advise you to go to a larger lithium pack, because it's going to resist voltage drop even more. The BMS is it's not going to be quite as strict. So that could be it. Or if you're still running stock controller, I don't see where you said that you're running stock controller. It could be that controller's shutting down. That controller's getting hot, because that lithium is going to make that controller work even harder. That's just two possibilities that could be going on there. Randy Rizzo, hi there. What's up, Randy? William Rizzo, do you know Randy? William? Good point. Did you go with the larger pack to avoid that reason? 102 amps. Did go with the larger pack to avoid that reason. 102 amp. Okay, so you got a 102 amp hour pack. Stock controller. Well, if the 102 amp hour pack is large enough, and let's just say that that is, you know, for your situation, then my next thought would be the stock controller. That would have been my next thought. Yeah, everything's looking good over here. Okay, Benchmark, you're double dipping on me. You're on Facebook and YouTube. That's fine. Sounds like my next move. Jimmy Stokely on Facebook. What's going on, Jimmy Stokely? From East Tennessee, cloudy and scattered showers, 80 degrees, East Tennessee. Cloudy and scattered showers. Seems like everybody's getting a little rain. William says he don't know, Randy, but they might be related. It's very possible. It is a small world. You never know who's going to end up in a golf cart chat room. Number 6 is where I was at. 2011 48 volt TXT. Is there something from the golf cart sent to the charger to tell it to stop charging? I've tried 3 chargers and they all seem to overcharge brand new Trojan TH75 batteries. There is not on that cart, on that particular cart. There is on some carts, but not on that particular one. So my question would be, why do you think they're overcharging? Why do you think that it's overcharging the batteries? What are you basing that on? That's what I would say. Because a battery pack, even if it's new, you don't know. Like a lot of times you can buy a brand new battery pack for a golf cart that is several months old. Because I can tell you this, Trojan date codes their batteries. I don't know if I should say that or not. They date code them a little bit in advance. You know, so they can sit on the shelf for a month or two and they still have the correct date code, you know, when a customer gets to them. I don't know why they do that, but they do. They date code them a little bit early. Like the date won't even be that date yet if it's a brand new Trojan. It's not even the date code that's on there. They date code them for shelf life, you know, that so they stay newer on the shelf, I guess, or so the customer thinks they're newer on the shelf. But they've always done that. They've done that for years. So in other words, you get a brand new set of Trojans, and the date code says it's January of 2023. Well, it could very easily have been sitting on the shelf since December. So it could have been on there, you know, like a month ago. It could be a month old sitting there. So you get a whole set of those, and you say you think they're brand new. They're actually a month old. They've been discharging slowly for about a month, and it can take up to 16 hours to charge a set of batteries, you know, with a golf cart charger. Now, depending on what kind of charger you're using. So I would want to know what you're basing that on. Also, the voltage in the battery pack at the end of the charge cycle in a 48 volt system can get over 60 volts. Not only can it get up to 60 volts while it's on charge, it can go even over 60 volts. Sometimes it goes that high before the charger thinks everything is cool now. The charger's sitting there monitoring the voltage change at the end of the charge cycle. If the voltage is continuing to rise, the charger won't shut off. If the voltage is continuing to rise in the batteries, it waits until the voltage stops rising and stabilizes for a certain amount of time before it says, okay, now they're fully charged. Boom, and then it shuts off. So that'd be what I'd want to know. Benchmark Training says, thank you, sounds like my next move. And that's on Facebook. Because Benchmark Training, it must be really good at cutting and pasting. Okay. Number 7, that's where I'm at. My husband got new batteries for our golf cart. 85 Ezgo, and did not film how the wires went. I need to know how the brown neutral wire hooks back up. First and last batteries, negative on each. Also red wire coming from forward and reverse switch. Does that go to any positive connection on the batteries? Okay, you just need a wiring diagram. You know the year of your cart, you know the make of your cart. You need to find you a wiring diagram. You can check with Golf Cart Garage, see if we have one in our resources section. There's a resources section here at golfcartgarage.com. See if there's a wiring diagram. Probably not going to be one. We probably don't have one for one that old. You could go to the forums that I mentioned earlier, buggiesgoingwild.com or cartaholics.com, see if they have a wiring diagram. You can also go to vintagegolfcartparts.com. They have some older stuff there. There might be a wiring diagram there, but that's what you're going to need. Kevin Fry, how's it going, Kevin Fry? Electric 2009 Club Car President IQ, pedal group 2. I think it still has the throttle position sensor instead of an MCOR. I don't know about that, Kevin. Cart drives fine. Wonder if I should upgrade to an MCOR. I think it still has a throttle position sensor instead of an MCOR. Cart drives fine. No, I wouldn't. No, even if it's something else, as long as everything's fine, that means it's sending the correct wide open throttle signal. That's all you want out of your MCOR. You want to make sure that when your foot's on the floor, it's sending the wide open throttle signal to the controller. And that's all you need. Plus, you want it to be smooth acceleration from bottom to top. So if you're not having any problems, no, I wouldn't change anything. It's not because it wouldn't help you. You know, you'd be fine. I'd wait till you end up with an issue before I change anything. Michael Reynolds, I have an appointment with you, appointment to look at my regenerative brake issue tomorrow morning. I hope it's not a bad controller, given this cart is not quite a year yet. Update next week, live stream. Well, yes, please do. Please update us and see what it was, because I remember talking with you about that. I'm glad you have an appointment. I'll be interested to see what's going on with it. Might be able to use it, you know, for someone else, that info. So yeah, I do like to be updated on stuff that we talk about. Easy Mike says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's exactly what I was getting at. Yeah. If it drives fine, leave it alone. Consider yourself lucky. I wouldn't upgrade stuff until you need to, or I wouldn't change stuff, because it's not really an upgrade. That's just a change. Number 8. I have a 48 volt Ezgo that has been running wonderfully until a few months ago. Now it barely goes 18 holes. I charge it after each round. The charging light flashes normally when I plug it in, but the next morning the fault light is on solid and the other 2 lights are flashing. Overnight it will charge fairly well, but if I left for several days without using the battery, seem to lose charge. Is this a charger problem? Well, it could be. It could be a charger problem. So the easiest way to do that is try that charger on another cart, or let somebody try it on their cart and see if it does the same thing. If it does not, then we're going to go back to your cart, because you've got a battery issue going on that's causing that fault code to come up. But that'd be the easiest way to do it. Let somebody that has a cart like yours, what is it, 48 volt Ezgo, is that what it was? Yeah, 48 volt Ezgo, there's a bunch of them. So you try it on one of their cars, see if it does the same thing. Michael Reynolds, yes, definitely going to give us feedback. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, that's funny how Facebook finally caught up. Okay, we are on number 9. Oh, that's where we're at. This is from David. I have a 6-person 48 volt golf cart. My electrician is making an outlet at the side of my house. How many amps does that house outlet need to be? Breaker size, how much power does the charger draw from the house? If everything is normal in your golf cart, if everything works fine, then you do not need to have any type of special outlet. A golf cart can can charge from a normal outlet. Whatever the electrician would normally put in that spot would be fine. And now that's if everything is working correctly in your golf cart. Number 10, this is the last scheduled question. I have a 2006 TXT PDS Electric. What rear end oil do I use? Well, that was the title of this episode. I always say this part: you use whatever the manual recommends would be the first thing you would do. But I can tell you this: there's many different types that you could use, and it would be fine. But always use what the manual recommends. And then you'll be 100% safe. But there's all kinds of gear oil out there. There's 80W90 full synthetic. That'll work fine. That's what I put in my race car, but that's a little bit faster rear end. I think the manual on the TXT calls for 30 weight gear oil. Anything that says the words gear oil on it in Walmart, like gear oil is on the same aisle with like motor oil. So find the gear oil, but anything that says gear oil on it would be fine. It's the most important thing is that there's some in there. That's the most important thing, not necessarily the weight, or not necessarily, what kind it is, but the most important thing is that there's some in there, because what that gear does, and there's not very much in there, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize this. It's only a small amount in the bottom of that differential, and then you got that gear that's turning like this, the main gear, and it sloshes through that gear oil in the bottom, and it brings gear up to the top, which other gears are hitting it. So that big gear is bringing oil all the way up to the top, and just it's a constant circle. But it's not like it's full of gear oil in there, Okay. Let me run the social media stuff again. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram if you would like. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, make a comment, and like and subscribe. All that stuff helps. Now let's run this coupon. Go to golfcartgarage.com and use coupon code TIM. What is it? 13? Yeah, TIM13. Get 5% off anything you order at golfcartgarage.com at checkout. This code expires on September the 1st, 2023. Get 5% off. There you go. There's the coupon code. Now, if you would like to purchase a hat, you can. Bam, there they are. In the description, there's links that take you straight to whichever color you want. That's if you want to buy one. You're welcome to. Go to golfcartgarage.com and buy a hat if you would like one. We do give them away here occasionally. The next giveaway will be coming up in a couple of sessions from now. We'll be giving away another hat. Just not sure exactly when. I have to coordinate with my executive producer / wife, because she has to help me. So she's not exactly sure when she can help me yet, because our schedules go all over the place. Gene Hansen says nice hats. Yeah, he would know, because he's got one on. Look at his avatar. He's got one on. Gene Hansen is one of our hat winners. So is Rock Dog. And so was, what was it, Big Mike? Was it Big Mike that won? Okay, I did the coupon. All right, here we go. Let's see some carts. It's not only carts, by the way. It's let's see some fancy fabrication. So let's see. I say let's see all the time. So there's my let's see graphic. I'm pulling it out. Let's see some carts or some fancy fabrication. Well, today is a golf cart. Today's featured cart is from William Rizzo. He is one of our regulars, and I appreciate him sending me some pictures. I appreciate your support of the channel, William. Thank you very much. And bam, check that out. 2018 Club Car Precedent, Roy Powell 105 amp hour lithium with Navitas AC 600 conversion, 35 miles per hour street legal. This picture is from the 4th of July parade in his hometown in Marathon, Florida Keys. Cool. Red, white, and blue theme going on. That's a 35 mile an hour cart. That's cool. Awesome. That is a nice ride. Thank you for sending it in, William. And anybody else that would like to send me some pictures of the cart and have your cart featured on one of the next episodes, you are welcome to. Let me put this in there. All right, I just put my email address in there to send me some golf cart pics, if you would like to, if you'd like to have your cart featured on the show. And we will feature it and talk about it. Give me a little description like William did there. That's cool. Yep, that's a nice looking cart. 35 miles an hour. That 𝗟𝘶𝘃𝗲 system is nice, isn't it? I like that. See what's going on Facebook before I switch that out. No, that's cool. Thanks, Tim. That's our 𝗟𝘂𝗲𝘀𝗃𝗲. It's a cool cart, man. Cool cart. Okay. I think that's going to be it. Today is Thursday. We're going to get some rain probably. The sky's looking kind of cloudy. It seems like a lot of people are getting a little rain, but it is hot. I will be back. I'm off tomorrow. So I will be back Tuesday. I will see everybody Tuesday. Thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you, William, again for sending me the pictures. Thank everybody in the chat room for showing up. I hope I got to everybody. I think I did. I don't think I missed anything. Yep, we had some active. Facebook came up. Yeah, benchmark trading. You're welcome, man. I appreciate you being here. Like I said, we're here every Tuesday and Thursday. We stay in here for anywhere from 30 minutes to close to an hour, and we talk about golf cart stuff. Rock Dog, see you later, dude. See y'all Tuesday. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Thank you, everybody, for coming. The garage is now closed.